Hello, DSC, and welcome back to another lesson in OSSLT prep. I'm Brandon Wright, and I'll be your guide through this journey. We're looking at reading a graphic text, which is basically a picture, and a real-life narrative, which is just a true life story. The tests are listed right here. So obviously you've found this video link, and the readings can be found on these links. There's a graphic text, and there's a real life narrative. They'll look like this. That's your real life narrative, and this is your graphic text. So for each type of reading, I've included some multiple choice questions. The instructions are right here. So your graphic text will look like this. It's mostly picture with just a few sentences. So what I would recommend is read the questions first. So the arrows in this selection show that the water flows, so pay attention to the arrows. 2 separate ponds are needed on this fish farm so pay attention to those 2 ponds. The purpose of the shallow filtration pond, so you want to pay attention to that. A pump is necessary in the fish farm to make, so what does the pump do in the fish farm? 5, the effective operation of all components of the fish farm ensure that. So we can find that answer in the picture. And the fish farm in this selection is eco or environmentally friendly because, and then why is it considered environmentally friendly? So we have basically an entire closed loop. Water goes in, water comes out, and is then recycled. So we could start, there is no proper way to start reading this or looking at it, but let's start right at the top here. Gravity feeds water into the deeper aeration pond. Aeration just means injecting oxygen into something. And then let's follow the arrows. So from here to here, clean water is then reused as a high efficiency pump. So you want to pay attention here. What does the pump do? Lifts the water back into the tank at a rate of 57 liters per minute. A blower, so we're continuing with the arrows. A blower mixes oxygen bubbles into the water. So basically it's a fan that injects oxygen or puts oxygen into the water. Next, the shallow filtration pond is filled with water plants to naturally filter the chemicals. So this is what the filtration pond right here, what it does, which will help you answer one of the questions. Next, let's follow the arrows. Once in the filter tanks, solid fish waste and uneaten food sink to the bottom while the remaining water flows into the filtration pond. So garbage sinks to the bottom, whereas water goes into the filtration pond where it is filtered. Following the arrows, let's go up here. Clean water is pumped into a large array. This is the array of fish tanks right here. And then finally, water is continuously drained out of the tanks using gravity to send it to a filter tank. So basically what this fish farm ensures is that water is continuously cycled through, it's cleaned, it's injected with oxygen, and then it's pumped back up into the fish tanks. So this is all powered by a combination of gravity, because water always flows downwards, but once it flows downwards, you have a pump. Where is the pump? Right here. The pump moves it up because water can't naturally flow up, it only flows down. But the pump pushes the water up, back into the tanks, where it then repeats the process. And since these are very short reads, I'd recommend reading this 2 or 3 times if you didn't quite get the answers. The answers are posted on slides 6 and 7. And that's all there is for the graphic text. You'll have a different graphic text on the actual text, but it'll be 5 or 6 multiple choice questions, and that's it. So there is no writing for this one. So just pick your answer, say, that one, highlight it, and then compare it to the answers. All right, next one is, we don't need that anymore, is this reading, Simon Jackson Saving the Spirit Bear. So this time there are 9 multiple choice questions, but there is no short answer writing. So what I'd like you to do is read this article on your own after you read the questions. So the first endangered animal that Simon worked with to protect was, so what animal did he protect first? The list of 60 heroes of the planet on paragraph 1. Remember, paragraphs are labeled right here. So paragraph 1, 2, 3, and so on. So you want to pay attention to this paragraph right here. In fact, in 2000, when Simon was 17 years old, he was honored in Time magazine as one of the 60 heroes of the planet for his efforts to save this endangered bear. So what bear are they talking about? Well, it's mentioned right here. The white Kermode bear or spirit bear. Believe it or not, this is a real-life animal. It's like a polar bear, but it's not. It's kind of like a blonde black bear. And they live only in a very specific part of the world. World map. They only live in southern Alaska and BC. The west coast of BC, I should say. And that's it. So they're a very rare and endangered animal, but they do exist. This is actually a polar bear. Spirit bears are smaller and they're white yellowish. All right, next is the more he learned in paragraph 2 refers to what Simon Jackson discovered about. So we want to pay attention to paragraph 2. And in fact, the exact sentence is, the more he learned, the more determined he was to save the wilderness that the spirit bear needs in order to survive. Question 4. Simon's first response to hearing about the spirit bear suggests that he thought that. So read the article and then I can help you identify. You're looking for the most correct answer. The effect of repeating the word between in paragraph 4 is to, so what is the word between? Right here. Then right here as well. What evidence shows that the work of the Spirit Bear Youth Coalition was effective? And the Spirit Bear Youth Coalition is mentioned right here. So once again, you're looking for the most correct answer. So what I would recommend is cross out or ignore the answers that you know aren't right. And that will get rid of 2 answers pretty much off the bat. And then you're just looking for the most correct answer out of the 2 that typically remain. I'm just going to resize this. Yeah, I'm going to resize this just so it all shows up. There we go. What word would best replace the word caretakers as used in paragraph 8? So the word caretakers. So you're looking for a word that replaces caretakers as it's used in paragraph 8. Finally, Simon chose to campaign for the spirit bear rather than another endangered animal. So why did he choose the spirit bear and not, say, the panda or Polar bear. Trying to think of endangered animals. Your tigers. And what is the purpose of the quotation at the end of the selection? We have a quotation right here. Cancel. As Simon sees it, by becoming active citizens in our world, we will open doors, broaden horizons, and indirectly change lives. Youth can provide hope for our world and all of the challenges that lie ahead. So what is the purpose of that quote? So your choices are here, and you want to choose the most correct one. Okay, so that is everything that you need to know or be able to do. And remember, if you can't find the actual text, you can click right there, or the texts are listed right here. Just click on these links, and it'll bring up what you need to read. All right, and for this week, I'll be online at 3:25 to 4:10 for helping on these assignments. And here are the remaining times and dates. And if you're one of these 50 students, then please attend these sessions. But that concludes this week's lesson, and I hope to see you next week. All right, everyone, have a great day, and bye.